Good morning, everyone. My name's Cyprianne, and today we're going to be making the chunky pumpkin. So all you're going to need for today's tutorial is some chunky weight yarn and a 6.5mm hook and something to mark your stitches. Now this is a super basic pattern, which means it's not a problem to change your yarn size either up or down. Just make sure that you change the corresponding hook size or use a hook that works well with the yarn. And of course your pumpkin's going to be a different size, but that's totally fine. If you already know how to crochet, I'll give you direction at the beginning of each round so that you can just work ahead, hit the timestamp, and continue on, because I know we all don't always like to read patterns. So the first thing that we're going to be doing is a slip knot. You're going to make an X with the yarn, reach through with your fingers, pull that up, just keep the loop on your finger, slide the hook in from back to front and pull on the loose end of the yarn. And that is your slip knot made. Then the next thing we're going to be doing is chaining 2. So to chain, you just go yarn over, through the loop, yarn over, and through the loop. Then we're going to be working 6 single crochet into the second chain from the hook. This loop doesn't count because it's not a completed chain. You're going to count down to 1, 2. So you just go ahead and work 6 single crochet in there for people who already know how to crochet. And for beginners, I'll show you how to do those stitches. So for a single crochet, what you're going to do is insert your hook, yarn over, grab that loop and pull it through. Now you've got 2 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull it through those 2 loops. So let's do that again. Insert your hook, grab the yarn, which is also a yarn over, pull it through. You've got 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and through again. Now, if I'm moving a little bit too fast, there is a way in YouTube to slow the video down. So just slow it down and follow what I'm doing. So I'm going to continue and make 4 more single crochet and we'll meet up and work on round 2. Okay, so I just finished round 1 and let me show you how to count your stitches. So each V here is a stitch, so let's make sure that we have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now for round 2, all we're going to be doing is placing 2 single crochet into each stitch, and that is called an increase. So we're going to be doubling the amount of stitches from 6 to 12. So you're going to insert your hook into that first single crochet, and we'll do a single crochet. And then insert it right back into that same stitch again and do another single crochet. Now, this is where I'm going to put in my stitch marker because that's going to make it a lot easier to find the end of the round when I get there. Okay, and you can use anything, a bobby pin, a yarn, whatever you want. Okay, so we're going to do the exact same. So for anybody who knows how to crochet, work 2 single crochet in each stitch around. You'll have 12 at the end of round 2, and we'll meet up for round 3. Okay, so we're just going to do 2 single crochet into each stitch. So I'm going to go ahead and work to the end of round 2. If you need to rewind the video to double check how to do things, I will have a timestamp below, and I will see you in about 2 seconds to meet up at the end of round 2, at which time we'll count and make sure we have 12 stitches. Okay, so we'll just go around and count, make sure we have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I want you to make sure that you do that for each round, because if your count is off, your increases are not going to make sense and you could end up with a lopsided pumpkin. Okay, so for round 3, we are going to be doing a single crochet in the next, or in the first stitch, 2 single crochet in the next. So if you know how to crochet, go ahead and work ahead and we'll meet up with you at the next round. So for beginners, we're going to insert our hook. Well, you already know how to do the single crochet, slip our stitch marker into that first stitch. Okay, and then we're going to be working 2 single crochet into the next. So 1, 2. Okay, so you're going to do that all the way around. Single crochet, followed by 2 single crochet in the next. So I'll go ahead, work to the end of the round. You should have 18 stitches, and we'll meet up then. Okay, so I have double checked and I have 18 stitches, so we're ready to move on. So for this round, we're going to be placing a single crochet in the first 2 stitches, followed by 2 single crochet in the next. So I'll go ahead and do the first one with you, and that's how you're going to work for the entire round. So 1 single crochet in the first. Let's get our stitch marker back in. Okay, single crochet in the next, followed by 2 single crochet right here. Okay, so we'll go ahead, work to the end of the round, and meet up for the stitch count. Okay, so I'm just at the end of round 4 and I have 24 stitches. So we're going to do one more increase round because we're just making the small size today. And what we're going to do is we're going to be placing a single crochet into the first stitch, slip in our stitch marker. Excuse the paint on my fingers, I was painting a dresser last night. Okay, and then we're going to single crochet in the next 2. Go ahead and do that. Followed by, again, 2 single crochet in that stitch there where you already have the 2 stitches. And you're going to continue that way all the way around. So single crochet into 3 stitches and then 2 single crochet into the next. So I'll meet up at the end of round 5 and you should have 30 stitches by then. Okay, see you soon. Okay, so I'm at the end of round 5 and I have double checked that I have 30 stitches. Now, if you're still with me, I want to ask you very quickly, this is another little pumpkin pattern I was thinking about releasing. It's like a knit stitch almost. So if you're interested in a video for that, let me know in the comments below. And I also want to mention that if you are a VIP, you have a very special email coming your way this week. I'm going to be releasing these tags, but only to my VIP members. They won't hit my Etsy shop for a couple of weeks. So if you're not a VIP yet, you can sign up in a link in the description for free. Okay, so let's get on with the video. So all we are going to be doing now and moving forward is placing a single crochet into each stitch around. Okay, so I just finished round 6 and I have 30 stitches. So you want to make sure that you've got 30 after each round. Now all you're going to be doing is repeating round 6 until your pumpkin measures, I've got light coming in, I'm blocking my own light, 4.5 inches. Now if you want to make a taller pumpkin, you just repeat it. You just keep repeating round 6 until it goes taller to whatever height you might want. I wouldn't recommend any shorter because otherwise your pumpkin's just going to look weird. It's going to look like a pancake, not a pumpkin. Okay, so I'm going to finish making mine and then we'll meet up and I'll show you how to stuff it and shape it. Okay, see you soon. Okay, now that we finished the base of our pumpkin, this is when all the magic happens. So all you're going to do now is join with a slip stitch and we're going to pull a loop through, pretty big so that it doesn't unravel. And then what we're going to be doing is wrapping the yarn around the pumpkin. We're going to do that 6 times. And the reason we're doing this is we want to make sure that we have enough yarn when we're shaping the pumpkin and that we don't run out and have to join. So I'll just go ahead and do that 6 times. And then we'll meet up and you can just, actually it's done. So we'll just clip it. Okay, now you just want to pull your working end through here. What I'm going to do is close the top slightly by weaving back and forth with your yarn needle. And the reason we're doing this is if the top is just a little bit closed, I find it easier to stuff because your stuffing isn't popping out the whole time. So I'm just going to go around and weave in and out between the stitches and I'll meet up with you to stuff and shape the pumpkin. Okay, so you can see there it's just slightly cinched. I'm just going to go ahead and stuff this pumpkin and we'll meet up and close the top and finish shaping it. Okay, so I finished stuffing it and I'm closing the hole. Now I like to leave the hole open a little bit so that when I'm putting in a stem, whether it be cinnamon or a twig or a stem which I crochet, which I'll show you in a minute, it's easier to fit through. And I also like to leave the bottom open because for the stems that I crochet, I like to pull them through the bottom and then that way I can secure them there. So anyways, all we're going to do now is push the needle through the middle and out through the end here. And that is going to start to shape the pumpkin. You see how that pulls it in? And then we're just going to go around 6 times and just go in through the middle and down the bottom. And then you'll just pull it in. And I like to go, sorry, that's a bit blurry. I like to go over it twice. And I just find that that is a little bit nicer. So I'm going to go ahead and shape the rest of my pumpkin. I like to do it on each side first, and then I just sort of section this off 2 more times. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll quickly show you how I crochet the stem. Okay, see you soon. Okay, so the last thing that you want to do is make a stem for your pumpkin, or pop in a piece of twig or whatever, but I just wanted to show you here. This is all I did. I made a chain out of some ribbon. You can adjust your hook size according to the size pumpkin that you're making. So if you're making a bigger one, just use a bigger hook. Smaller pumpkin, use a smaller hook. And then chain as many as you think would work well. You can either glue it on top, or you can pull these tails through the bottom. These ones are a bit short, and then just knot it. So this is my little pumpkin that I've decorated, and I'm probably going to use these as place settings at Thanksgiving. And if you're a VIP, if you're on my email list, keep a watch, because you're going to get a very special email very soon. If you're not, I'm going to leave a link below in case you want to sign up, because people on my email list will get special deals and offers that aren't offered anywhere else, and often early access to things that are not yet available on my blog or on Etsy. Anyways, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like and a thumbs up, or I guess those are the same thing. Consider subscribing for more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.